as we move forward, let us remember the immense contribution of art in our lives. Let us support artists and appreciate them, whether they are musicians, sculptors, painters, and even performers. Let us learn to embrace the diversity of artistic expression and encourage creativity in our communities. From University of Uyo Department of Fine and Industrial Arts, I am Miriam Ekutu, Akbc News.
In the spirit of giving back to society, a retired Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mr. Dawm Ekudom, has built and handed over a one-bedroom bungalow to a widow, Mrs. Comfort Timothy of Uroikorebo, Etemepo local government area. Eyaremo Paul has more on the report.
In the name of the Father, Amen. Son, Amen. The Holy Spirit.
Luck smile on a widow, Mrs. Comfort Timothy from Uruwatai Ikorebo, Etemekbo local government area, as retired DIG of police, Mr. Udom built and handed over a one-bedroom bungalow to her. Handing over the bungalow to the widow, the retired DIG of police and chairman board of governors, Tower of Ivory Schools, Mr. Udom said the gesture was a way of giving back to the society. Mr. Udom said as a stakeholder of Lions Club, it is his place to work towards the aims and objectives of the club, which is impacting positively on lives of destitutes and other less privileged in the society. The retired DIG used the opportunity to appreciate Governor Moeno for promoting small-scale businesses across party lines in order to foster development, expressing the hope that the governor will leave lasting legacies at the end of his tenure.
You are not doing it because you are very rich. You are not doing it because of politics. You are doing it mainly for God. Then I appeal to everybody that please, some of us can eat 3 times a day and throw away the others, surplus, away. Please, always remember your brothers and sisters.
Also speaking, Lady Dorothy Ekbudom enjoined well-meaning Nigerians to look out for the needy in the society and support at all times.
We started this building for this widow some few months ago, and it's a pleasure that without even calling people, all of you are here to witness the blessing of this building. Most of you living in this village happen to know this woman.
Other speakers commended Ekbudom for always giving back to the society, with family heads Friday Unanam and Kingsley Abia, as well as the beneficiary of the one-bedroom bungalow, Mrs. Comfort Timothy. Paul, Akbc News.
The 2 brigade commander of the Nigerian Army, Brigadier General K. Chimbu, has stressed the need for students to shun bad company, cultism, and other acts of criminality and be serious with studies in order to achieve academic excellence. He was speaking at a one-day public speaking engagement for students of Community Secondary School, Akafort, Uyo. The event was in commemoration of the 2023 Nigerian Army Day. Akbc television crime reporter Etienne Ibanga tells us more.
Brigadier General Chibu said indulging themselves in cultism and other vices will hinder them from meeting their goals, and advised students to be obedient to parents and teachers and be disciplined and patriotic. The commander, 2 Brigade Nigerian Army, said the Nigerian Army Day is an annual event held on July 6 in honor of members of the Nigerian Army, especially those who took part in the World War I and II, as well as those that lost their lives during the Nigerian Civil War, and the current serving members of the Nigerian Army. Noting that the labor of our heroes' past shall not be in vain, Brigadier General Chibu called on all to look beyond the Nigerian Civil War and embrace various mechanisms put in place by the federal government to remain an indivisible entity, irrespective of ethnics, cultural, and religious differences. He assured of the commitment and dedication of the Nigerian Army to defend the national unity and territorial integrity, and advised Nigerians to continue to embrace peace, dialogue, unity, and love. He said the choice of Accra Community Secondary School for the advocacy was to inform the students of various career opportunities available in the Nigerian Army in case they develop interest to join the armed forces in the future.
That is high time for us to look beyond the Nigerian Civil War and embrace all the mechanism put in place by the federal government of Nigeria to ensure that we remain one and indivisible nation called Nigeria. To also further the cause of nation building and to remind us we are all brothers and sisters.
The public speaking engagement featured advocacy on patriotism, integrity and honesty, avoidance of vices and criminality, cultism, drug and substance abuse, career opportunities in the Nigerian Army, criteria for selection and enlistment into the Nigerian Army, as well as civil-military relations. The principal of Community Secondary School, Akafort, Uyo, Elder Eme Pakwa, appreciated the 2 Brigade for choosing the school for awareness and for maintaining discipline, adding that the school was working hard to ensure that discipline is maintained.
The Army is disciplined, and so in the education sector, we, the learners and the teachers, as much as possible, will also try to be disciplined and also maintain discipline.
The Nigerian Army is celebrating its 160 years of existence on the theme Sound Administration as a panacea for effective military operations. High point of the ceremony was the presentation of souvenirs to the principal by the commander of the 2 brigades of the Nigerian Army. Etienne Ibanga, Akbc News.
In appreciation of any people's support during the last general election, the member representing a state constituency in the State House of Assembly, Mr. Lawrence Udoide, has held a thank you get-together for them. Esther Morin reports that the event took place at the local government council headquarters, Odorikbe.
Mr. Lawrence Udoide, who is also the chairman, House Services Committee in the State House of Assembly, said the stepping stone to fulfilling his mandate to give back to his people and the society at large is to thank them for their support in voting Pastor Moino and himself. He said he would collaborate with the Moino's administration to ensure that development is brought to the grassroots. his wife, Mrs. Esther Lawrence Udoide, thanked the people for the confidence reposed on her husband. In their goodwill messages, a one-time Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Glory Edet, the immediate past Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Alfiong Ofo, former member representing Ikano Federal Constituency, Professor in Udoka, as well as the immediate past House member in his state constituency, Mr. Emmanuel Ekpenyo, spoke glowingly of Mr. Lawrence Udoide and pledged their support to enable him succeed. Packages, drinks, and live cows were presented to the 11 wards by Mr. Lawrence Udoide. Esther Morin, Akbc News.
A retired Deputy Director of News and Current Affairs in Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation, Mr. Nyong Ekwere, is dead at the age of 64. Funeral plans made available to Akbc 45 News and signed by the Chief Mourner, Mrs. Enobong Nyong Ekwere, indicates that the late Mr. Nyong Ekwere will be buried today at his country home, Edemidam Ishet, Ona local government area, by 10 o'clock this morning. The late journalist is survived by a wife, Enobong Nyong Ekwere, and two sons, Mfono Basi, Udwara Basi, as well as a brother, Osom Matthew Ekwere, among other relatives. And that's all we have for you this morning. Before we go, a quick look at the major stories. Akwa Ibom State government says it will continue to open its doors to individuals and organizations willing to partner the state for development. Governor Moeno reiterated this when he received a delegation from the newly approved Federal College of Education, EDDED, in Ibionibun local government area. We also brought you a report that a retired Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mr. Dawm Ekudom, has bought and handed over a one-bedroom bungalow to a widow, Mrs. Comfort Timothy of Uruikorebo, Etemekpo local government area. That's all we have for you today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for other programs. I am Juliet Richard. Do have a blessed day.